Welcome to day one of our 28 questions in 28 days. So the first question that we got was, what sales and marketing strategies are working for B2B right now, and do we expect to see work in 2021? So first thing on this, I don't think there's a silver bullet of just one magic thing and a magic wand. I really wish there was, but I don't think there is. In terms of what's working, if you look at that as a mass generalization across B2B, you can see that the research really heavily supports, LinkedIn works really well in this space, video works really well in this space, and so on. But what I prefer to do is actually look at what works for you as a business and what converts for your organization historically. So we always do a 12-month audit of all the opportunities you've got, where have they come from, but when do they convert? So for example, we work quite a lot in IT, and it might be when someone has seen a demo of our product, they just get it, it makes sense, it resonates with them, and typically we convert if we can just get them to a point that we do a demo. For us as Sales Redefined, we know that when someone typically has seen me speak at an event or on a webinar, that actually for us is our best foot forward, and typically they convert. As an example, we worked with a co-working space, and they said, yep, if we can get people to a point where they just come in, they come around, they meet other members, then they convert. So whatever that is for you, how do you build a lead generation and sales funnel that actually leads to that event and is putting your best foot forward when you convert? And that will change over time. So ours last year was around speaking. The year before it was more strategic partners. So actually, what is it for you at this point in time? Because COVID probably changed the game. Then with that audit, we picked 2 to 3. So a lot of people are in purely reactive mode. They have zero proactive lead generation strategies. It's all word of mouth, website inquiries, referrals, and so on. Obviously, that's putting your destiny in somebody else's hands. So it's shifting your sales team to be proactive. If you pick just 2 to 3, you have got the most chance of success. When you start getting in 4, 5, 6, 7, then typically it's too much. The execution tends to be weak and it doesn't work. I'm a massive fan of the 4 disciplines of execution, which always has the 2 to 3 goals and what are the fewest battles to win the war. So if you could only pick 2 to 3 lead generation strategies, what would they be? In terms of other trends across the board that are working, if we look at all of our campaigns, it's making sure that everything comes from a place where we're upfront, giving a huge amount of value. So almost being overly generous upfront. And actually that is working really, really well right now. Also making sure everything is educational. Someone is going to read your PDF or attend your webinar or download whatever it might be, and they are going to get a massive amount of value from it. I love Julie Masters. She talks about make sure your content is a keep it or a share it. So whether it's a blog or maybe that is the health check or something else, it's so valuable to me that I want to keep it or I want to share it with someone else. That we are also finding works so well. One example that I'll leave you with on this is we get a lot of people targeting us on LinkedIn around, we can help you with SEO on your website, and it's just generic spammy salesy messages, which I hate. And the other day I had someone send me a message saying, hey, I've done an SEO audit of your website. Here's the audit, here's the health check, here's the feedback, and here's a couple tips for you and recommendations. Up front, they were giving a massive amount of value. Now, if we were ever to go and do an SEO campaign, I would absolutely go back to that company over anyone else who's been spamming me. So it's that approach of giving first, which is working really well right now. So yeah, that is sort of my top tips and recommendations. Personalize it to yourself and your organization and what's your best foot forward. Stick to 2 or 3. And then if you want to know more, I'm actually doing a webinar on this on the 3rd, so later on this week, and I'll pop the link in below so that you can register.